What's up guys, Steven here. Welcome back to another video, and today I'll show you how to get apps on the brand new released Huawei Nova 9. Alright, so there we go. Here's the new Huawei Nova 9 and check out the back of it. It looks really amazing. So this color is called Starry Blue, and depending on how it reflects the light, sometimes here it's looking a bit purple, yellowish. It looks really amazing, and you rarely see any fingerprints on it because it's some kind of, I wouldn't say matte finish because it's really shiny, but I don't know how to describe it. It's just really amazing. As you can see, we have here the quad camera, here 3 cameras, here 1 main camera, and yeah, we have an in-display fingerprint scanner. This here is the 8GB RAM, 128GB ROM version, and if you go all the way to the settings about the phone, you can see it's running EMUI 12.0.1. So latest version, Qualcomm Snapdragon 778 G4G. And yeah, full HD plus resolution, so it's actually a really good display. And the best about it, it comes with 120 Hz. And as you can see already, everything very smooth on it. Alright, so that's the Huawei Nova 9, and now let me show you the most important thing, and this is how to get apps on the new Nova 9. Basically, there are 3 ways on how to install apps on the Nova 9, and the most easy one is the Huawei app gallery. You can see it right over here. It comes pre-installed on your smartphone, and if you open it up, it's Huawei's own app store. You basically log in with your Huawei ID, you create one when you set up your smartphone, so if you don't have one, don't worry, it will be created. And here you can see I'm based in Austria. So on the featured page, you will see a lot of Austrian things. For instance, Raiffeisen is promoted here, so this is a big Austrian bank. And banking apps are super secure on Huawei smartphones because Huawei reaches out to most of the big banks and they help them to actually create a version for HMS, so for the app gallery. And here we have, for instance, Raiffeisen. Also, if you search here, for instance, my bank is the Erste Bank. And as you can see, Erste M-Banking, and you see here the banking app, the security app for it, George, this is basically the app for it, S-Identity. So it's really safe, and you don't have any problem to use banking apps on Huawei smartphones, even PayPal. Alright, the app gallery, as you can see right over here, I give you a short overview. It features apps. For instance, here we have the COVID Pass, so for your vaccination certificate. Huawei is actually really fast in bringing apps which are really important for the community to the app gallery. So basically that app was super fast on the app gallery, and it was really important to have your vaccination certificate on it. Now, as you can see, there are top rated apps, so this is also country based. So here we have a lot of Austrian apps, Austrian delivery service, Gspace, CapCut. So as you can see, also many Austrian news companies. So there are many things in there which you also have on smartphones with Google, so you don't need to worry about that. Anyhow, there are still some apps missing in the app gallery, and then you can still search for it. For instance, if I search, let's try Tesla. So as you can see, I will not find the app in here, but I can search it in Petal Search. Petal Search, there's an icon right over here, or there's a search bar here. So this is the default layout when you set up your Huawei smartphone. You have Petal Search right over here, and this is a universal search, which is actually really great. First of all, this search doesn't only allow you to browse the internet just like Google, it allows you also to search for apps. For instance, let's say I want to search for Tesla app, and there we go. As you can see, it goes directly to app. And here I can find some Tesla app, and also it takes you directly to other sources where you can download this application. For instance, let's try something like Instagram. So there we go. You search for Instagram right over here, and as you can see, it shows you that the app is available here. You can just go to install. It will take you to the link on APK Pure. You just hit the download button. This works for any app the same way. So if the app is not in the app gallery, it's to 99% on Petal Search, and then you just search it. It takes you to a trusted source that is verified by Huawei, where you can download the APK. For the APK, installations are super easy. Like, it's not like in the Play Store, you have to download a file, but everything is automatically. You just hit the install button, it's installing the application. As you can see, Instagram is being installed. There is also a security check because APKs, you need to verify them. Huawei does it in the background, so this is fine. And now we can actually close it and we have Instagram right over here and it takes me straight to the login. It's working fine. So this is Petal Search. First, check the app gallery. If it's in there, that's the most trusted source. Petal Search is also a trusted source, but it takes you to other places to download it, but they are verified. Also, you can see top apps in Petal Search. This will basically give you an overview over other applications like LinkedIn, Firefox, Telegram, where you can easily download them without searching somewhere on the internet to find the APK. Really convenient, and it was a good thing that Huawei did that. Then there is something in the app gallery which is really the most amazing thing, and this is called Gspace. So if you search for Gspace right over here, you will find the symbol, which reminds you a little bit of Google maybe. You maybe have already heard about dual space, but if you still use dual space, I would recommend you guys to try out Gspace because it's much more convenient. Alright, this is Gspace, but what is Gspace all about? Basically, it's some kind of virtual environment where you can access the Google Play Store, download apps for it, and even have Google mobile services, which is really interesting. So I'm a YouTuber. That means I've downloaded YouTube, but let's say I need to download something else, like let's say Google Maps. So I just have to tap here at Google Maps, and as you can see, it opens up the Google Play Store, and I can install Google Maps. But also the same way, you can just go back here to the Google Play Store and you can install other things. So for instance, I've today installed the Tesla app for my Tesla Model 3. And let's say we want to install YouTube Studio, which is really important for YouTube analytics. So this app does not run without Google mobile services. But with Gspace, actually having the Google mobile services, you can still run it. So I'll quickly download those applications. That takes a little bit of time, and then I'll show you how that works. Alright, so the download for YouTube Studio just finished. And you know, YouTube Studio, as it relies on Google mobile services, does not usually run, but it's in Gspace here right now. And what happens if we open it? As you can see, with the test account, we're logged in. We have the analytics right over here, and we can use it. So really amazing what Gspace can do. And the cool thing is you don't need to always open Gspace to access a Google application. What you can do is, for instance, if you want to have a shortcut, you just hold it, you go to create the shortcut, and it will create a shortcut on the home screen. And as you can see, it has this icon right over here. That means it's a Gspace application, but it looks like just a normal application on your Huawei smartphone. That's a really amazing solution on how to use Google Apps. Now, the Tesla app also usually does not run because it has a Google Maps integration. But as you can see, it's connecting to my Tesla Model 3, so that works perfectly fine. Even the location is working with the Google Maps integration, as you can see. So it's sitting here in my home, and yeah, perfectly fine. And that's really amazing. You don't need to open up always Gspace. It will just do all of that in the background without you even noticing it. Now, that's the most convenient way to get apps which you cannot find in the app gallery or on Petal Search, which maybe rely on Google mobile services. Then this is really the easiest way to do it. But also, Huawei is building up their own services. Many of you guys said it's so bad that you cannot use Google Maps, but have you ever checked out Petal Maps? Now, Petal Maps is also pretty amazing. So let's say I want to navigate to Vienna here, to the Hauptbahnhof, and as you can see, you have navigation, so I can just, for instance, go to directions. You have, just like in Google Maps, you have here, for instance, the way with the car. It shows you the alternative routes and all of that. Also, if you want to go by public transport, if you want to go by walking. And also, I think it looks really neat. It's very convenient to use. And also, what's really important are the POIs, so the point of interest. As you can see, it basically has the same like Google Maps. It shows you all kind of restaurants, hotels near it. So this is really improving a lot, and Huawei is pushing its own ecosystem really a lot, and that's a cool thing. Alright guys, this is how you can easily get apps on the Huawei Nova 9. And yeah, as you can see, you don't need to worry that there are some apps missing. You will find all the apps on the Huawei smartphone, even the ones that rely on Google Apps. Alright guys, so we're now here at the end of this video on how to get apps on the brand new Huawei Nova 9 and also all the other Huawei smartphones without Google mobile services. A full in-depth review of the Huawei Nova 9 will come on the 1st of November, so stay tuned for that. I just need a little bit more time to really bring you guys a full in-depth review on that smartphone, but so far I have to say it looks really great. But I think the most important thing was to show you guys that it is not scary to have a smartphone without Google mobile services. Huawei is doing a really good job. You can get all the apps, you can get it either in the app gallery, you can get it from Petal Search, or if you really want to have access to Google Apps, you can use Gspace, which is a really good alternative, and it's also available directly in the Huawei app gallery. So you don't need to worry about not having apps. And the main apps like what I use, Facebook, WhatsApp, you can straight download also from the website of Facebook or WhatsApp. So just /Android and then you can download it. So it's actually really simple. And also it's kind of interesting how Huawei itself, so the ecosystem is growing. So Huawei does a lot of development from things you maybe don't even know about. So soon there will be Huawei Pay, so there's no need of Google Pay anymore. Huawei works with a lot of big players and partners to bring you guys also Huawei Pay. I'm really excited about that. And also for other apps, now I think in the next year we'll see also many other apps on the app gallery, because Huawei is reaching out to international app makers, to local app makers. They have local teams, so they reach out to them to help them to bring their apps onto the Huawei mobile services and the app gallery, which is really amazing. And they also offer great and easy to use tools for that. So yeah guys, let me know what you think about the Huawei Nova 9 and also what you think about this whole situation. Now, are you locked in the Google ecosystem right now? Do you really need it? Do you want to opt out? I'm really curious about how you use a smartphone. Do you use a lot of Google mobile services or not? And could you think about switching to a Huawei device? Let me know down below in the comments and let's have a little discussion. As always guys, big thanks for watching. I'm Steven from Tech Magnet and I'm signing out. Bye.